everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of 52-Week Movie Challenge. Everyone's a critic, 52-Week Movie Challenge. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and we are on week 29, and it's based around a sport. So as you can see, I picked Hustle, starring these two, and we'll get into that. The year released was 2022. Let's see. The date challenge completed was 7/18/22. Aspect ratio is 239:1. Runtime is an hour 57 minutes. Genre is comedy, drama, sport. Rated R. Starring Adam Sandler, Queen Latifah, Juancho Hernan Gomez, and let's see, Ben Foster are the main people. There's also a lot of big names. Kenny Smith, Robert Duvall, Jaleel White. Can't wait to talk about that. All right. Let's see. Written by Taylor. Oh, wait, hold on. Directed by Jeremiah Zagar. Produced by Adam Sandler, LeBron James, Alan Covert, and many others. Written by Taylor Merturney. I can't say that right. Will Fetters, who did, I believe he did A Star is Born. Music by Dan Deacon. And awards received NA, as I couldn't find any on IMDb, but there probably were some. Why did I choose this particular film? Because I wanted to see it. Have I seen this movie before? Nope. Would I recommend the film? Why or why not? Hells yeah, I loved it and would recommend it to anyone with a heart. And I gave it 5 stars. So we'll get into that. Which character were you most able to identify with or connect with? In what way? None. I know this is a cop-out, and I use this a lot, but literally no one I could identify with. Best line or memorable quote: "Obsession beats out talent every time." I know you're talented, but are you obsessed? That was said within a monologue, and we'll get into that. Were you surprised by the ending? What would you differently? I was hoping it would end happy, but it was also a drama, so you just never know. And I wouldn't do anything differently. Are you familiar with the sport? If so, how? Yes, I used to play with my friends all the time. It's basketball. Do you have a new appreciation for the sport and those who participate in it? Why or why not? I enjoy the sport. I just as much. New appreciation for talent scouting, though. Anything else you'd like to add? Nope. Go watch it on Netflix. All right. So here's my talk on it. I really freaking enjoyed this movie. Jeez, holy crap. I got stuck up here. All right. Anyway. So, the film starts out with this guy, Stanley. Now, as an Adam Sandler fan, I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan, and a lot of my friends are like, oh, I hate Adam Sandler. I fucking love Adam Sandler. I think Adam Sandler is hilarious. I grew up on Billy Madison. I grew up with him on Saturday Night Live. I grew up with him with Happy Gilmore. Even I used to love Going Overboard, which you can find on Tubi. I just love the Sandman. And I used to get all his records and stuff, all his tapes, and I would listen to everything all the time. And one of the ones I used to have is the Stan the Man one, or whatever. Like he made a song about his dad and everything, to Stanley, and he uses the name Stanley, and it's Stan the Man is used a lot in it, and I love that. It's a throwback to his dad, even if he didn't write it. That's fucking cool. But he might have added that aspect to it, himself. Because this felt like a very personal story. I was gonna say, like, if Adam Sandler was gonna direct something, this probably would have been something he would have directed for someone else, to do. I don't think he's ever directed. I guess he has no like uh, interest in directing. He just likes to produce, act, and write. But he didn't write this. He did produce it with Happy Madison Productions, one of my favorite production companies. Um, so like I went in. Okay, so I have to understand. You have to understand. This is a Netflix original. Netflix presents movie. And a lot of his Netflix presents movies have been hit or miss. Some of them I've really loved. I like the mystery cruise one that he did with Jennifer Aniston. I know he did like a second one with that. Um, all his Transylvania ones that he's done with the animation, they're fun. But I don't think he did them for Netflix, but I'm not sure. Um, he's done some of the other stuff that he's produced, like the Wrong Missy and a few other movies, those have been really funny. Now, this was also very dramatic, and I knew that from the start. So I was like, okay, this is Adam Sandler's dramatic movie. This is not his, you know, uh, whatever. But you get to find out that this guy Stanley is a talent scout for the 76ers. But he really dreams of being an assistant coach. That's his dream. However, his dream he gets the chance to become it because uh he's helped discover enough people that the owner of the 76ers is allowing him, and he's played by Robert Duvall, who did such an amazing job in small role, very small role, but I love him and everything. And it was you could tell it was probably Sandler just wanted to work with Robert Duvall. Like a lot of times that's what they did. In fact, from what I've understood, the background of this movie is that LeBron James asked Sandler to come on board this project, and Sandler just like immediately wanted to do it because I mean he loves basketball. um it's funny weird, like I've known Adam's career for so long that he was in an episode of a movie called or show called Undeclared, and he did a thing where he was imitating uh I think it was Alan Covert or whatever, saying Iverson. And so I knew he was an Iverson fan, and then he got to work with him on this. And to me, like, this is a person who follows Adam Sandler's career. This is almost like seeing Adam get a lot of what he's always wanted. He loves sports comedies, at Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, The Longest Yard. I mean, to name a few. He's always giving 110%. Usually they are just comedies, and this is a drama. And he's been doing a lot of drama recently, and he's just getting better and better, in my opinion. I just think he's fantastic. And you get him matched up with Queen Latifah, who is hilarious, but in a really dramatic role too. Like she was wonderful, and playing husband and wife. That was I just melted my heart, honestly, because I love both of them. And so seeing them together was just fantastic. So with that being said, yeah, I saw no problems with the movie. So Adam loses his okay. Adam gets a job as the assistant coach by the owner. The owner passes away literally like the same day or so, or the next day or whatever. I'm not sure how long it had been. But Adam is like excited and happy, and then he hears on the radio that his mentor, the guy who he loved and everything, has passed away. And literally my throat just went down, and I started thinking, uh-oh, does that mean he doesn't got the assistant coach job? Is he going to go back to being a scout? Because like they never made that official. I don't know. Like I don't know if they did. I guess he showed him his office, but I don't know if like everybody else knew. Well, apparently they did, and the owner's son, who's an idiot, played by Ben Foster, and Ben Foster is fantastic, wants to run the company, but like he wants to put his name on it. He wants something to like really. So he had picked this guy, and this guy that you know was it Adam had found, and the guy didn't work out. So they're like, well, go find me someone else. And he's like, well, I want to stay as an assistant coach. He's like, yeah, gotta find me someone else. As a talent scout, you're indispensable. So he goes and looks for somebody else in Spain. And while he's in, and he hates this because he's away from his kid and his wife, and it's just not a job he wants to do. But he goes out and he looks for somebody, and he finds him on a basketball court. And the guy's 22, which is the age limit that you have to be for. They talk about this. It's not something I know. And I learned a lot. Apparently, I'm wondering how much of this is true, but I'm pretty sure all of it's true but I could be wrong. Anyway, so he goes and he looks for he sees a guy on the basketball court, and the guy's really good. And he's hustling for money, beating everybody in basketball and kicking their ass and taking their money. And so he goes to find him and tracks him down and tells him he's a scout. And he gets him to come back to America, even though the boss from the 76ers, the son, doesn't want him or whatever, is not interested, does it anyway without the permission and not on the 76ers dime. He's just hoping that when they see him play and and everything, he'll be good. Then he plays, and this guy completely psychs him out and fucks his game up, and he ends up giving up, or sort of like not doing well. And the guy in the 76ers tells him, no, you know what, go find me someone else. And he was like, no, I think this is the right guy. You made a mistake, and guess what, I quit. So he quits, and now he's got this guy, and he's got to figure out how to get him into the NBA. And he's doing his best. They're training and they're doing all these other things, and it's just one heartfelt scene after another, and I just really enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you like the ending, or I will say they're going to a combine. There's some issues and stuff that pop up, of course, because you got to have issues in a drama. But it's just really sweet. The only thing I would say, and does not take any kind of points away from the movie, but I would say that the training scenes go a little bit too long. It did feel like they didn't need it that much, but even that, it didn't bother me. I still was into it. It felt sort of Rocky like this is the new Rocky of the they should have I hate to say it, they should have called him Boa or Bo, or whatever, so they could have made a sequel if they wanted to, with what happens to him afterwards. I mean, they kind of show it, they kind of show the stuff that happens to him, but it would have been an interesting thing. This guy here, how to say his name wrong. I think it's Hancho Hernan Gomez. And he plays Bo Cruz, which he keeps trying to push that cruise missile on him, and he just doesn't. He's not into it, which I think is kind of funny. But he and they call him Boa. That's why I said that. But he is a freaking amazing actor. I don't know if he's done much other than this, but I hope he does. Yeah, this is it. So I'm wondering if he actually is a basketball player, and he's just he's just kind of asked to be in this role or whatever. But these are the kind of movies there were certain movies back in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s, that had these really sweet, kind of character driven films that had these actors who were unknowns at the time that really just blew up their career. After that, they were seen all over the place. So I'm really hoping this happens with him, because I really liked him. I thought he did a great job. I really liked Adam Sandler. I like Jaleel White I thought it was so great seeing Urkel. Sorry, Jaleel, but you'll never get away from being Urkel. Like, you're a great actor, but I mean, I don't even. I think your name was Blake in this, so, but like, I'm never gonna call you Blake. I'm gonna call you Urkel. You got to do another thing that's bigger than Urkel, another character, like that. But like Adam Sandler obviously helped cast that movie with Jaleel White in it and everything. It was just so cool to see Jaleel White in a fucking Adam Sandler movie. Like, you don't see that. Um, Ben Foster, I've always liked Ben Foster. He was in I think he was in a teen comedy I used to watch when I was younger. Like, whatever it takes. Uh was in Freaks and Geeks. Get Over It. He was in Get Over It. He was in Whatever It Takes. No, it's in Get Over It. So Get Over It. I used to love that teen comedy, and if I ever do a podcast on teen comedies, that's one of the ones I really want to focus on because not many people talk about it. I think it like stars Kirsten Dunst as well. But yeah, he was in Freaks and Geeks and a bunch of other. I mean, his main uh stuff is like Hell or High Water, 310 to Yuma, The Messenger, and Leave No Trace are the main stuff on IMDb from him. So anyway, wonderful, wonderful actors, wonderful cast. The director did an amazing job with everything. Like I said, it's 5 stars. Like, I could not it was an hour and 57 minutes and it felt like an hour and a half. Like, it felt shorter than it was because you were so drawn into this movie. You were just excited and happy to be there watching it. And it's something I think I could like show my family and they enjoy it, that kind of thing. So I would recommend this to anyone with a heart. If you have a heart, watch it because you'll enjoy it. Anyway, aside from that, that's it for this week. Next week's is a remake, is number 30. All right. So number 30 is a remake. Huh. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's a million remakes in the world. They just keep making them. Just keep remaking them. So, all right. Well, until then, I'm gonna let you guys go, but join me next week for a remake. Bye.